It's time to create my very own football club, but this time in Spain. That's right, boys. We're going to be climbing from the Segunda Division with the dream of one day competing against the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid. But for now, humble beginnings. We've got a Neymar club. Now, because we're in Spain, it's not going to be S2G FC. It's going to be S2G CF Club de Futbol.
Buenos noches, días. 7, 8.
Now, what's the most important thing for a football club owner? Money. That's right, boys. To set up this new football club, we need the dineros. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to hire a manager, pay our own players, hire a scouting staff, and there's so much expenses that goes into running a football club. And so the first thing we need to sort out is a sponsor. And the easiest sponsor I can think of is a shirt manufacturer. Now, of course, the likes of Nike, Adidas, they won't even pick up our calls because we're a teeny tiny club in the Segunda Division. Nobody cares about us. But brands like maybe Umbro, Under Armour, they might be keen. Interestingly enough, there is an offer from an Italian company, Kappa. Now, to be honest, this is not a brand that I'm super familiar with. So I had to look up and see which clubs do Kappa actually sponsor. There's Genoa from Italy, Nice in France, Real Valladolid in Spain. They do seem like a company that want to sponsor a smaller club. I think, yeah, we should take on this deal. And I'm not going to lie, this deal looks too good to be true. They're offering us 10 million for a new club. I feel like that's life-changing. But also, there's some bonuses. They want us to scout a wonder kid from South America. If we do that, they'll be giving us 2.5 million. And I see why they're doing this. Kappa want to be the exclusive boot sponsor for whoever this wonder kid is. I like that, boys. It's a win-win. That's the kind of deals we want to make as a club owner. There's also a 3 million bonus if we can beat a La Liga club. And oh wow, if we're in a promotion spot by January, another 4 million. But okay, guys, we need to just hold our horses. Promotion in our first season as a professional club looks highly unlikely. There's also a 10 million bonus if we do pull the promotion off. So Kappa, I might already be a big fan of them. We're signing the contract. I know it feels different to see that cheeky 10 million hit our bank account. But hold up, guys. I'm just being bombarded with emails. First one is from Javier Tebas. For those of you guys who don't know, he's the grumpy La Liga president. And apparently we need to pay a fee of 3 million to enter the La Liga system. I mean, we don't have a choice. And I don't like seeing money go away from my account. We're down to 7 mil. Oh, and another email saying that we need to sort out our stadium. And also the rules of La Liga say that we need a minimum capacity of 10,000 fans. Because remember, we're starting in the Segunda Division. We're going to be hosting La Liga clubs at some point in the Copa del Rey. Okay, we do have this town park stadium with a capacity of 10,000 plus. We can buy this for 2 million. I think we've got no choice, boys. We got to do it because we're going to need to play our football somewhere. Also, we are renaming the stadium. And you guys know the tradition. We got to name our stadium after the cult hero from the previous series, which has to be my boy Nicholas Hart. Who remembers Hart? Comment down below. We're renaming our stadium Estadio Hart after him. By the way, guys, our budget is down to 5 million, which is going to be really rough to work with. So I thought maybe we could get like a shirt sponsor, but it seems like nobody's willing to back a brand new club. We're going to have to prove ourselves in the Segunda Division to get bigger sponsors. But okay, guys, we're almost ready to get our club underway. I mean, we've got the sponsors, we've got our stadium. I guess the only thing left is having a manager. Well, you see, I'm the club owner. Now, as much as I would love to go on the touchline and manage my club, I don't think that's a good choice. I mean, y'all know my ball knowledge is anyway rubbish. That's why we need to hire a manager, someone who can maybe lead a long-term project towards that Champions League. And honestly, since we're in Spain, I don't think finding a good manager would be that difficult. I mean, look at the amount of incredible Spanish managers that are out there. Unai Emery, Luis Enrique. Of course, there's Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, Luis de la Fuente, who's a World Cup winner. But let's be real, none of these names are going to be interested in taking on our project. I don't think as a new club, we're going to have access to the world's best managers. But now it seems like there are only 3 managers interested in the S2G CF job. And I've got their CVs right here. To start with Hector Hernandez from Spain. He's also known as the Paranoid Architect. Okay, he's spent 8 years managing in the 4th division, obsessed with Jose Mourinho, owns notebooks filled with defensive set pieces, experienced an out-of-body feeling upon watching Mikel Arteta's Arsenal score corners.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This ain't the manager we're signing, boys. His favorite formation is 4-2-3-1, and I can imagine the haram ball setup he's gonna have with 2 CDMs. Also, he's incredibly superstitious. Won't change his shirt if his team is winning.
Why is it already stinking? Oh my goodness! It already stinks!
He's also a very grumpy man, never smiles. And to be honest, he's got that stern look about him. Now, because he's got experience as a manager previously, signing him would cost us 600,000, which which is crazy, bro. I don't think Segunda Division clubs pay that much to a manager. Let's go through all our options before we make a call. Okay, this guy's name can't be serious. Ronald Donald. Of course he's American. Former PE teacher who somehow fell upwards into management. Wait a minute. Coached Barcelona's under-15 academy team? How did he pull that off? But okay, he got fired in his first game after his team lost to the under-11s. Specializes in having zero tactical philosophy. Believes in vibes, character, and just letting the boys play. Favorite formation 4-4-2. Of course, man.
Get out of here, man. Shit.
Bro, we ain't signing a Ted Lasso, man. Signing him would cost us 200,000, but I feel like that would still be a worse deal. The final option we've got, Pepe Gordon. What a name. He's from England. Completely consumed by Pep Guardiola's fandom. He's even shaved his head for him. Yeah, he does look a bit young to be bald. Apparently, he's actually got thick and curly hair, but he's shaving it just to be like Pep. Has attended every single Pep Guardiola conference. Always roams around with Pep Guardiola's autobiography. His favorite formation is a 4-3-3. And you know what? Just for that reason, I'm kind of tempted to sign Pepe Gordon. I don't see any past work of him though. Has he even been a manager before? I think his job was just to study Pep Guardiola, man. I think that's all what he's done.
Hey, Pep, let me get a picture, bro. Yo, my man smoking off, yo.
You know what? I feel like all these options are so bad that I kind of just want to jump in myself and be the manager too. But you know what? I feel like a 4-3-3 system might actually work for us. Because it's Spain. That's what most teams use here. We're going to have to pay 350,000 to sign Pepe Gordon. And let's do it, bro. We're signing the bald man. Looks like we do have our manager. But hey, looks like we've got our stadium, we've got our sponsors, we've got our manager, and we've also got our kits for the season. This is, by the way, our home kit. And that's right, for the first time ever, we're moving away from our traditional blue for the home kit. I feel like since we're in La Liga, let's try out something different. The red looks really nice. And honestly, I'm really loving this home kit. Now, of course, it wouldn't be S2G Club de Futbol without a bit of blue. Our goalkeeper kit is lovely. You guys kind of see S2G hidden throughout the shirt. That is such a cool touch. And by the way, for our away kit, we've gone for a green design with a bit of dark green on the sleeves. And I completely dig it. I'm going to rate our kits for the season a solid 9 out of 10. You guys can let me know your ratings in the comments. Oh, and while you're down there, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. The more support I get from you guys, the faster these episodes will be uploaded. But yes, guys, I'm really hoping these are the kits we can get ourselves promoted to La Liga in. That's the dream. It's now time to meet the S2GCF class of 2026. And here are the players that hopefully one day will take us to La Liga as well as Champions League glory. In goal, we've got Jose Luis Prado, 73 rated from Spain and only 22. Wait a minute, this guy started off his career as an outfield player. And wow, he was in Barcelona's academy, but because of a knee injury, he could never make it. And that is why he shifted to being a goalkeeper. Bro, that explains why he's got such crazy play styles. Finesse shot, chip shot, incisive pass. Nah, bro, I've never seen a goalkeeper spawn with these kind of play styles. It makes sense though, because before his knee injury, he was probably a prodigy at Barcelona. Bro doesn't have a single goalkeeper play style, which is a bit worrisome. In left back, we've got Juan Pinto again from Spain, 73 rated, 26 years old, and apparently he says his ponytail gives him superpowers. He's also absolutely obsessed with Erling Haaland. No way, bro. He's actually got a Haaland tattoo. Makes sense why he's got the ponytail, man. He's definitely inspired by Haaland. Bro, the only playstyle Pinto has got is acrobatic. How is there ever going to be a fuse in the left back spot? Meanwhile, our right back looks like a unit, Salvador Campos. He's only 68 rated. Look at how big that forehead is. Okay, but what is this player profile, man? He's apparently the least talented player in our first 11 and his genuinely massive forehead. That is kind of like his only attribute because heading is all he can do. Well, that's a weird player that we've got in the team. Moving on, our first centre-back, Santiago Vargas. 74 rated centre-back again from Spain. So far, all our players are Spanish. Makes sense though, because we're a club from Spain. Competes with Salvador Campos for being the least talented player in the first 11. This is not going well. Oh no, for a centre-back, Santiago is 5'9". At least he's a bit strong, 82 strength. But he's got 0 play styles, nothing special about him. But at least we do have our captain, Javi Marquez, 78 rated. One of our highest rated players. And yo, this guy was actually good. Played for several lower tier Spanish clubs. Always motivates the lads with pre-match speeches. He's known as the dad of the dressing room. Oh, but even he's a bit of a short king, you know, 5'10", but at least he's got the anticipate playstyle, so he at least knows how to defend. Moving on to midfield, though, looks like we've got our first foreign player in Santi Cordoba from Colombia. Wait, he's apparently the slowest player on the team and he does not like to run. What kind of a CDM is that? He says if he has to run, he's already failed as a CDM. Sergio Busquets is his idol. That kind of makes sense then. But apparently he completely lacks Busquets' ability but has the same confidence. That is not a good sign. Also, he was an extra in a Shakira music video and he brags about this constantly to his teammates. I feel like so far, apart from Javi Marquez, our captain, the rest are just meme players. But okay, this guy looks good. Adrian Vergara from Uruguay, 74 rated centre mid. Apparently he's known for his aggression. Okay, he's got the slide tackle playstyle. And 92 aggression, which is crazy. Although I'm reading more about Vergara and I'm worried. He got kicked out of an Uruguayan club because he was too aggressive, picked up yellows almost every single game, and had the most red cards in a single season. That really is a dangerous player to have in the squad. Now, I thought maybe our next midfielder would be a technical Spanish player. Someone with all the tiki-taka and whatnot. But apparently, Andoni Garcia is the exact opposite of that. He's the most un-Spanish Spanish midfielder. Terrible first touch. Can't move the ball quick enough. The only thing good about him is that he covers a ton of ground. And that's why he's got the relentless play style. It does look like we have a technical Spanish midfielder, Esteban Benitez, and if rumors are correct, he is touted to be one of the most talented players in the team. He's only 19. People say that in training, his passing reminds everyone of Xavi and Iniesta. Oh, but he does have an attitude problem. He was in Real Madrid's academy, but he got kicked out for picking a fight with a fellow academy player in Thomas Pitach. Well, if he picks a fight with Vergara, I think he's getting two-footed, man. We also have Ramiro Jara in the midfield, a very different kind of midfielder. No standout talent as such, apart from the fact that he can cover a lot of ground. But his story is kind of touching. He's from the Dominican Republic. His family sacrificed everything so Ramiro Jara could get on a boat to Spain. And his only dream is to make enough money to move his parents out of the Dominican, get them to Spain, give them a better life. And you know what? That motivation could be really powerful. So I've got high hopes for Ramiro Jara. Now in the attack, why do we have a right winger that's 6'4", Luis Araujo? Okay, apparently he was part of Barcelona's basketball team, but he got rejected from there. And so we recruited him because he looks like a physical specimen. And initially the plan was to play him in defense, but he completely rejected that. And that's why the only position left for him is the right wing spot. Bro, this is going to be like how Norway plays Sorloth down the wing. By the way, he still hopes to somehow make it in the NBA. He spends more time watching basketball than football. We do really just have a bunch of misfits at this club. Well, Diego Ruiz from Paraguay, he is definitely not a misfit. 79 rated. What a prodigy to have. He's known for his pace, not for his ability that much on the ball, because he's got a 2-star skill move rating. Apparently, when he was moving from Paraguay, he thought he was joining Barcelona, but instead he realized it was S2G Club de Futbol. He cried a lot that day. By the way, our club is also based in the city of Barcelona, so we're kind of neighbors to clubs like Girona, Espanyol, and even Barca. So yep, there's already a bit of rivalry there.
I TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is...
But our final player, Gregorio Gutierrez, the striker to complete the team. 74 rated, just 23. But he's a bit of a mystery bag. He's not got one standout attribute. Yet somehow he finds himself always in the position to score. Although his parents are a bit disappointed that he plays nothing like David Villa. That is something that really hurts him. He's also very superstitious, wears his left sock first, then left boot, then right sock and then right boot.
Just stop. Just stop it.
Nah, bro, that's a sick individual. Guys, let me know in the comments, because I know it's pretty common to wear both of your socks first and then your boots. You gotta be a really sick individual to do what David Gutierrez is doing.
I was asking about Minnesota, though.
Go away.
Dude, what's yeah.
Not gonna lie, I do feel like we've got a lot of interesting personalities on the team. Although talent-wise, I'm not entirely sure. But I guess that's why I've just got a message from the gaffer, Pepe Gordon. He said that he wants me to organize a friendly before the start of the season. He wants to experiment with his tactics and everything. Alright, so as a club owner, I've made some phone calls. And somehow we've managed to secure a friendly against a championship team in Cardiff. Now, it seems like Pepe Gordon, he's got his Pep Guardiola tactics locked in because we are playing with a 4-3-3. He wants his wing-back Max to be pushing forward. Well, actually, it's only Pinto pushing forward because he can. He's actually a decent player. On the other side, because Campos, all he can do is head the ball. He's been asked to stay back. But yeah, the team will be playing a high line, which I'm really scared about. Short passing. Also, Benitez already in the lineup. He's quite lower rated than Andoni Garcia. But because of his talent, I feel like Pepe Gordon wants to see what he's all about. Although, like 11 minutes in and we're completely on the back foot here, just struggling to defend. Marquez does well. But yeah, the team is now trying to keep possession, but they can't. That is one problem we're going to hit with Pepe Gordon. He is too rigid with his tactics. He would rather retire as being a manager than try and play a different style. And I'm not sure if we've got the quality to play a 4-3-3 system. But okay, here's a first touch from our striker, Gutierrez, who makes the pass and moves. And now here we go, Vergara. Back to Gutierrez. Loses the ball. I feel like Gutierrez is the kind of striker where we just need to get him the ball in the box, because anywhere else he can't really do much. And this is where defensively I think we're gonna struggle. And yes, we do, but thankfully that shot went wide. And there is Pepe Gordon, bro. He really does think he's Pep Guardiola. He's wearing like the same sweater he wears too. Okay, the one player I feel has got a lot of talent in this team is, of course, Benitez, because the way he moves, it feels like a proper footballer. He's gonna try and look for a pass here, but Luis Araujo, guess he watched too much basketball last night because he wasn't aware. The way this Vargas guy at the back is so bad. I feel like Marquez is having to defend for two players at this rate, and you look at his positioning, Marquez is actually decent. We should be able to deal with this. Vergara tracks back. Oh, but we've been completely opened up. Prado getting forward, and we had to concede. I'm worried about our season, bro. Because the way things are going, I don't think promotion's going to be on the cards for the first season. I think it's smart we're playing a friendly, because we'll also know where we need to make improvements in terms of signings. Because don't forget, we do have 4.65 million. We're definitely going to use that to bring in new talents. Benitez. Big shot to open up a bit of space, going for goal. So far, he looks like our only bit of threat. Now, in the second half, we're seeing a bunch of the youngsters come off the bench, like Torres in the left back spot, this Arnaiz kid in the right back spot, Exposito, who's a 16-year-old CDM that we've got, and of course, Ramiro Jara down the right. I'll be honest, boys, this basketball guy playing down the right is not the play. I feel like preseason, we shouldn't be judging the results. All we need is for Pepe Gordon to figure out the talents he's going to trust. I think one player he will trust will, of course, be Esteban Benitez, who looks for that pass. Not everyone is on the same wavelength, but I do feel like Esteban is like the only player who's willing to take risks. Now Esteban is on the charge. If he can make the right decision with the pass. Oh, he messes up. He's also still a kid. Benitez though, good passing words for Andoni Garcia, who's been brought on. Now it is Jara. Here he goes, but that was awful. I will say, though, that a championship club is definitely a level higher above the Segunda division, and we're definitely feeling that, so this has been a really rough test. But finally, a bit of space to attack as Jara goes through. Does he have the strength to hold off the defender? No, he doesn't. Oh, but Gutierrez somehow... right place, right time. He has done nothing all game. That just sums him up, Gregorio Gutierrez. Nobody knows how he scores because his passing is bad. His dribbling is non-existent. Somehow, he gets into these pockets like this where he got ahead of the goalkeeper. And that's the first goal for S2G Club de Futbol. Yes, it's a friendly. It was the last kick of the game. And we do get a draw from this. Lots to learn and unravel from this game. But I have a feeling we're going to see this a lot more from Gregorio Gutierrez. That's just his play style. Now, with that, we've wrapped up our preseason camp. And Mr. Pepe Gordon is already in my offices with demands. First of all, he wants me to invest in the club's backroom staff. I think, yeah, that is going to be an important thing. Unfortunately, because of budget issues, I think we'll only be able to hire one staff per position. Like, we'll hire this guy for the attack. We'll put in this 4-star coach as our goalkeeping coach. Oh, we've got a cheeky little 5-star coach. In the defense he goes. Okay, how much money did this end up costing us, bringing in 4 new staff into the club? Remember, we were on 4.65 million. Wow, almost a million, bro. That is crazy. Don't forget, we're also gonna need to hire a scout at some point. Ooh, and there is a 5-star, 3-star scout available. 2.6 million, bro. That is insane. I think in this first season, we're barely going to have any money to make signings. Maybe we're going to have to complete our objectives that Kappa has set out. Only then we'll be able to make transfers. Because I think we have to sign a scout. And I think this Belgian scout, 5-star judgment is solid. I think we do it, bro. 2.6 million to bring him in. I'm sure the gaffer's going to be happy that we're investing in the backroom staff. But I don't think he's going to be happy when he hears that making signings signings in this first window, near impossible. Although I will start a scouting campaign. Remember, Appa have an objective that they want us to bring in a talent from South America. They want to make him their ambassador. But of course, we need that player to be super talented as well. And I'm thinking, why not send a scout to Argentina? And you're going to like my thought process because I'm looking for a right winger. Imagine the scenes. We find the next Leo Messi. Oh man, I'm definitely dreaming with this one, but let's see what happens. We've started the scouting project. And by the way, we'll get our first report on the 26th of next month. And if somehow we do get a talent on that day, and we of course promote him to the senior team, instantly we'll be getting a check of 2.5 million from Kappa, because that challenge will be done. We've scouted a wonder kid for them. And that could be a way for us to make some signings before the window wraps up, or maybe invest in more backroom staff, but completing that objective could be huge. By the way, guys, we do have a few players in the academy already, and I'll be honest, they all look like a bunch of frauds. Okay, this Beltran guy with a bit of potential, but he's too young, and I'm sure his potential is just gonna fall off a cliff. Honestly, I think we need to just get rid of these players, because they're not adding any value, and they're probably costing us a bit of money. But now the time has come for our Segunda Division debut. But right before this game, I've got a message here from Ramiro Hara. Boss, I feel like I've made some great progress lately. Bro, you've just played a preseason game. Chill out. I think I deserve an upgraded contract. It would really help my family's situation. Please do consider it.
Somebody get these beggars out of here!
Guys, I don't like the fact that Ramiro is coming and asking for money. I know his family situation is tough. And to be honest, he's earning good money. 3.1k? How much more can I offer him? Well, his contract's expiring in 10 months, so it makes kind of sense for us to renew his contract at least. So I'm gonna try and lock him up on a 4-year deal. No release clause though. And we'll bump up his wages to 4k, man. That's the best I can do. And he's accepted it. Okay, at least he's a humble kid. He's not demanding more. And now we're finally gearing up for our first official game of the season. Now, a couple of hours before the game kicked off, Pepe Gordon decided to call Salvador Campos, our right back, into his office for a meeting. This kind of reminded me of Pep Guardiola calling Messi into his office, letting him know that he's going to be playing in an iconic false 9 position. And that's what Pepe is doing with Salvador Campos. Not a false 9, but instead playing like a false back. Honestly, I feel like this could be a recipe for disaster, because we know Salvador Campos, all he can do with his big forehead is like win aerial duels. Not too sure how he'll do as a false back. Another decision he's making is playing Benitez in that midfield. Makes sense. He's kind of like that Pep Guardiola player. No wonder Pepe likes him. But yeah, even though in that preseason game we got a draw, I'm really worried about our first Segunda Division game of the season. But hey, let's see what this bald man has in store for us. Also, this is our first game at the Estadio Heart. We've got to try and make it iconic. And here's our false back getting absolutely cooked. I told you, man, it's not going to end well. And already we've just been opened up too easily, and we're so lucky that shot went wide. It's 10 minutes in, and we just cannot keep possession as Salvador Campos has been caught napping. This is bad. He goes sliding in. How is that not a penalty? I have no idea. And then he ends up defending well. Here's Vergara driving it forward. Lovely ball for Luis Araujo. Here goes the basketball athlete going for goal, and bang! I cannot believe this 6'4" giant is the player to score our first ever official goal. Now, this one came completely against the run of play, but we'll take it. Uh-oh, right after that game, though, it's Cordoba on the charge here. They're targeting Salvador Campos' side, and they almost scored. Great save from our keeper. Paraguayan Ruiz is on the charge, looking to use his space. That's his best attribute. Cross coming in. What a jump from Luis Araujo. Not gonna lie, boys. Luis Araujo has impressed me so much in this game. Oh, we've been caught napping here, and there's the equalizer. Defensively, we do look all over the place. And again, I'm getting opened up here. That was a rough challenge. The ref's not giving it. We're lucky. And Campos, not gonna lie, as a false back, I think he's actually been impressive. For the second half, though, the gaffer's making a couple of changes. Ramiro Hara coming on down the wings, and Andoni Garcia in midfield, because Vergara, man, if he carries on, he could easily get sent off. Oh, this Vargas guy is so bad defensively, man. We've conceded another chance here. Good save from Prado. Honestly, we really don't deserve to be drawing right now. But here we go. And the breakaway is probably our best chance. Why is Diego Ruiz trying these step overs, bro? He's got 2-star skills, but I guess he's managed to make it work here. Gutierrez in the box. That was his first touch of the game, and he almost scored. And again. Gutierrez making a lovely run. He's through on goal. Gutierrez, this is what he does. His second involvement in the game, and he gets on the score sheet. I have no idea how he does this. He's by far the weirdest player I've ever used in career mode because he does nothing all game long, but in those moments in the box, he just comes alive. Gutierrez trying to maybe shoot from distance, and well, I think that he shouldn't do. He should stick to just shooting from the box. Oh, is that off? Is that off? Please tell me it's off because it's in the back of the net. Saved by the linesman. And there's the full-time whistle, boys. S2G Club de Futbol has registered their first ever win. Pepe Gordon, man, the aura. I didn't see much of tiki-taka football on display, but we got the job done, which at this stage is what's important. Post-match press conference, Pepe Gordon had quite a lot to say. He was not happy with how we played. And also, he singled out Vergara for how aggressive he was in making needless challenges. I don't know if this approach is a good thing because I feel like Pepe Gordon is going to make an enemy out of every single player. On the contrary, it could end up just motivating the players as well. I guess as long as we're winning, everything just goes. But there is still so much more to figure out with this team. Is there a way to make our first ever signing? Also, don't forget, a wonder kid from Argentina could be on the cards. This is only the beginning of S2G Club de Futbol, and we're not stopping until we win La Liga. Until we win the Champions League, the journey has only begun. Now, while you wait for the next episode, maybe you want to catch up on S2G FC England edition. Click here to watch the full movie.